Welcome to the Valley of Outlaws podcast with me, Will Flindle. A podcast for those taking the road less trodden, and a podcast for those seeking more. On this episode of Valley of Outlaws, we're joined by Reza Ali, Iranian boxer who came to the UK seeking asylum and very quickly fell into the world of boxing. But what's truly amazing about him is his story, where he's come from and what he's been through just to get to where he is today. Ali's story is truly incredible, coming from the ghettos, as he describes, of Iran, where it's survive or die. His parents divorced from a young age, his dad becoming a drug addict. He talks about his mentors who got him into kickboxing, and then into the UK and how he slowly integrated into the boxing world. This is a man whose story would get Netflix chasing him for a documentary. The journey he's been on, the achievements he's had, Reza Ali truly has an outlaw mindset. Always positive, always seeking more, always looking to be better, always chasing the 1%. And I hope you enjoy this episode and really get to understand the man behind the gloves. Episode number 3.
Hello, Will.
I haven't introduced you yet, Ali. Alireza.
The razor.
The Reza Ali.
That's what my friend told me. The sharpest razor.
The sharpest razor around.
Yes.
Sir, you are outlaw number 3. Someone who I've only known you since around Christmas time,
Yes.
but you intrigue me. Mindset, life story, attitude, vision, all of that really intrigue me. Someone who's been through so much, and yet the energy you have to go further forward is beyond so many other people.
Thank you.
And I think that one thing which I love is, you know, it's not over yet. You know there's more to get. You know you've got to raise yourself higher for yourself, but for your family, for everybody around you. You've got that drive, you've got that hunger to achieve more. And so many people in life, they have kind of like hurdles. They have moments of despair or unfortunate coincidence, something like that. And they kind of stay down and they let it hit them, and it's different for you. So you're fighting. You're a fighter.
Yes, I'm naturally a fighter.
Yeah.
I love fighting.
I know you do.
It's just inside me.
I know you do. So I'm going to ask the first question, okay?
Yes.
And I'm going to really interested to see how you respond to this one. So the first question is, were you raised to think outside the box? So back in Iran.
I think that's a very interesting question, because I've never thought about this question, but I believe just since the beginning, because I had to think differently to survive, have a different vision to get here. So I would say from early age.
So to think differently to survive, what does that mean?
It's like you have to think differently to survive, because there is so much obstacles, up and down, challenges that you have
such
to.
as?
Like, I'm talking only about me. Like, for every person is different. Like, where I come from was a bit dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So to survive there, not to get into fight, or to get into the right fight, or like the people that you're surrounded with, because they can cause you a lot of trouble, or they can save your life.
Would you say the people that you were surrounded with were the ones who influenced your mind the most? Or how did your parents and your aunts influence you to think big, dream big, and take on challenges?
The only person influenced me was me.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yes, and
So you saying everybody else around you didn't have
no,
that mindset?
except my coach, who came into my life when I was like 10, 11.
Mhm.
But before then, it was me. Even when he was there, everything I knew, he said to me, I'm right. But he polished me.
Mhm. How old were you when you met him?
I met him when I was 9, but
And what was he coaching you for?
my kickboxing coach.
Kickboxing. Okay. Okay.
And he was like the best friend, a big brother, like a father, or whatever you want to call it. He was like that guy to me. Always opened my mind to new things. He taught me nothing is 100% right and 100% wrong. So to understand this, you always can adapt and change because, nothing is 100% right.
How did he teach you those things?
We spent night till morning just talking.
Okay.
Like,
So was he almost like a father figure for you?
yes,
then?
yes. He raised me.
Yeah.
Like I was with him since I would wake up till I go to bed.
Wow.
Just like in the gym training, out of the gym mentoring me with my life. And obviously when I was going out with my friends making trouble, he would be the one come and save me. Stuff like that.
Save you from bad situations or save you from
Yes.
going further?
Both.
Okay. What was it like being in Tehran then at that time where you had the influence to go and have fun with friends, but you had someone saying, Ali, you've got something greater to give?
I don't think like I had fun. It was just me rolling into my days, like wake up. Just me personally from bottom of my heart being happy.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't doing anything like fun,
Mm-hmm.
Just being with my friend was fun for me. But like obviously my friends, they troubles, they fight, or they're only very young teenagers and they drunk and they take drugs.
I don't know how to say this in the right way, but were they almost slightly hopeless in terms of having a better
Absolutely,
future?
absolutely. Now I was spending all my day with them. They were like my friend,
Mm.
but like I was only friend with them because I was in that environment. Mentally, like I couldn't understand why they hopeless. Like in my head, I was like, I don't, s- I can relate to these people, but from my eyes, they're a bunch of losers.
Wow. How long did it take you to see that or to
No,
think that
I
straight
always
away?
knew that,
Wow.
like, but don't get me wrong. I don't want people misjudge me or how they were my close friend, but why I call them loser. They were my friend, right? Because I spent a lot of time with them, sharing activities and emotion with them,
Mhm.
going to competition with them, going on the street making trouble with them. So I was doing so many stuff with them. But at the same time, I knew like I'm a star. I knew like I don't belong to this circle. Like when their parents would beat them up, or like when the parents abuse of the drug come home, and my friends would see that they come home, or I mean they come to the gym, and when they talk to me, they sound really hopeless. But I was like, I'm in the same boat that you are, but I just don't think like you.
Mm.
You know, I don't see like the way you see. So it's just like the vision was different since the beginning.
Was that instilled from your parents, do you think? I mean, for anyone who doesn't know your story, it'd fascinating to know if you want to go there, just to talk about your mum and your dad and your aunts.
So, I mean, like my parents got divorced in early age when I was only 2. My father like was addicted to drug, and my mom had to work like many hours. Um, and I was raised by my auntie and grandparents. I lost my grand, I lost my auntie, which they were like parents to me. I lost them in the car crash, and I survived. Um, I don't know. Like, to be honest, to this day, I don't have answer for this question. Like, from where it's inside me.
Did your mum give you the encouragement though to dream big, or the aunties, did they say, Ali, you can do whatever you want, or were they ones saying, Ali, you need to get a job, like you need to go to school, you need to educate? How was they kind of talking to you? I guess.
I don't remember any of
Okay.
my family member encouraged me to having a big dream.
Okay.
But I could see how hard my mom worked. Like, she wasn't coming like that parents stuff, give me those talk, but the action talks louder, you know. So I could see my mom is really hard worker, and from the shithole she wants to be somewhere better and have a better position, better lifestyle. So maybe just me looking at her encouraged me, you know. But like, I've never had a conversation with my mom that my mom come tell me like, you're gonna be champ, or like have.
But were any of them talking to you about coming to the UK? Or where did that idea first come into your mind? I.e., I need to get out of Iran.
Like, since childhood, I knew, like, since I was 10 years old, as soon as I understood like what's going on outside Iran, I saw in satellite, in TV. So I want to go there. Simple, like, that's just how it came in my head. I thought, I'm in a prison and outside it's a free world. And I just got attracted to that free world. And people, my friends, they couldn't dare to think of that. It was like impossible for them. But for me, it was like, I'll go.
Why was it impossible for them?
I think they were a bunch of hopeless people, that they were soft and weak.
Wow.
They didn't want to face challenge. Like, for me, like, I'll go, you know.
Are you in contact with any of them now?
Rarely, like maybe once a year. Yeah.
And how do they speak to you?
Same old, like,
Yeah.
to be honest. Even when I was there, from their eyes, I was always the one hustle more. They would always predict, oh, you're going places. But I don't know, like, I had as much as they had. I didn't have more, you know? I don't know why they thought of me like that. Like, I'll go places, but you don't go. It's just maybe I was willing to go through that path to have more. They didn't want to go through that path. It's just, I feel that's the right thing.
And that's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's really interesting talking to you there. I felt a level of emotion in terms of the way you were talking, and kind of that idea that what almost drives you was seeing how hard your mum worked as well.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the motivator. And I guess one of the questions I have on the list, which I usually ask for everyone, but I want to ask you now is, and we kind of know the answer in some ways, but what does drive you? Are you running away from something? Or are you running towards something? Are you running towards a dream? Or are you running away from what Tehran was, going, I'm never going back to that lifestyle? Because a lot of people who are successful usually say they were running away from something they were trying not to be, or a place they're trying not to be at.
I assure you, I don't want to go to those places I've been before.
Yeah.
Because it was dark, and obviously I try to run away from those places, but it's both sides. That I was running towards my dream and running away from the darkness. I was running away from darkness to light, you know? So it wasn't only, I just don't want to be here. No, some they just want to run away from the darkness because they don't want to go back to the places they were before. But for me, it was both sides. I didn't want that place, but also I had a love dream that I wanted to to earn them, to have them in my life. And that just gave me a lot of courage and burning desire. Um, when I was a teenager, I used to write a lot, which helped me. I was writing my dream. I was writing how I want to live day by day, today. Like, I'm not surprised, to be honest, from everything I have today.
Because you saw it. You wrote
I
about
saw it. Like, everything I have today, I had it 10 years ago, but I
Wow.
just have it today.
Yeah.
But I knew I'm going to have it.
It's such a beautiful concept, that, and I've said that to a few people, is once you have a dream and you can see yourself in the future in some place,
Yes.
all you have to do is connect that string and pull yourself towards that person.
It's simple.
It's steps. It's just making those steps. So can we go back to the coach?
Yes.
How did he influence you to the way you are now, other than the kind of these conversations? Did he really instill discipline into you, or was part of where you are now partly down to yourself, or would you credit him a lot for teaching you how to?
Do you remember in
professional.
one of we share a lot of information together in the
Yeah.
diary of CEO you sent me?
Yeah.
Who was this Indian doctor was talking in one of them, like neurologist, if I'm not wrong, or biologist, which I really learned from him.
Oh, Deepak Chopra.
Exactly.
Deepak Chopra. Yeah.
He was a very interesting guy to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I listened to him and he answered a couple of my questions. But tell me what you just asked me, because my memory is not really good at the moment.
I said, with your coach, was he someone who instilled the discipline, the mindset for you to go and be that athlete? You know, at a professional mindset. How did he influence you to come to the UK to know that you were gonna?
Yes. So you see, he was the changed. He was the guy. Do you know, like you can't change people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I come to you and give you so much pep talk. I can give you so much talk, give you advice, all of those stuff, right? And this is what other Japanese saying. Japanese saying, your kids, they only look at you and copy what you do, right? If I tell my kid, read book, they may never do that. But if my kid see me reading books, if my kids seeing I brush my teeth before I go to bed, my good habits, they just copy, right? So my coach, he wasn't the guy just talk for me. He was the change.
He was an example.
He was an example. So I was following his steps.
Wow.
But he would come, always tell me, yeah, you are better than me. Like when we had a conversation, like
He believed in you
so much. I just had a phone call with him before this podcast. He was asking about some advice how to lose weight to help some of his new fighter. And he was the change, you know? Like he was such a big character to me and to whoever knew him. He had so many kids like me that he was training. He was such a big influence in their life, but they couldn't achieve anything just because they didn't have believed in a better life. I always believed that brighter days coming in my life, but they didn't. So the hope kept me alive and gave me courage. That was the only difference. So Amir was giving me and showing me the clear vision. He taught me to be adaptable, to be able to change, to be like water. And for the rest of my life, I can have an easier life. Not to go through so much emotionally, and like he taught me how to cope, how to change, how to adapt. And I tell you this, it was all in my DNA to be like this. Because whatever he was asking me to do, it was so easy for me to do, you know. Then if you ask me, I never say if I was a special, but if you ask me, was it inside you? Like I tell you, yes. Like it was in my blood.
He was like the match which lit the fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I still listen to all his advice and his stuff that he told me to do till today, and they all work. They still work. They made my life so easier when I came in this country. Like when I came to the UK, a lot of things that he taught me made my life easier.
Such as?
How to cope and how to adapt, because everybody immigrant to new country, to new society, new language, they struggle. But I least my struggle. So with making better choices. He said to me, work really hard, but there are other ways not to make yourself exhausted and have a more outcome. You just have to see from different angle.
Open mind.
Yes. He taught me to look differently, to have better vision.
Was he someone who really encouraged you to make that step to the UK?
No.
No.
I mean, like, he always told me that I gotta go.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
He encouraged me. He said, I'm behind you, you go.
Yeah.
But when I told him, you need to come with me, he was like too comfortable back home. He had everything, you know.
So your greatest teacher was too comfortable to take a risk. I mean, guess he had a
though.
family probably, did he?
No, he didn't have a family.
Did
I mean,
not?
he did have a family. He wasn't married or having
Okay.
a kid. I pushed him and he tried, but he failed.
Oh, really? Okay.
Imagine a man with like so much money, comfortable status. I had so much impact on him and I told him, come, let's run away with me. And he tried.
How did he try?
Like, I tried to smuggle myself and he did too. He got caught. I didn't.
Wow.
And it was like,
Where did he get caught?
it's a risky thing you do.
Yeah.
It's like 50-50.
How did you actually get to the UK from Iran? What was your kind of route? Did you take a flight or?
Yeah, flight.
Okay.
A lot of people come different routes, but like I got a flight and I came.
Okay.
Which is complicated. And
what was that experience like for you? Was there a lot of fear, or were you like, no,
a lot of
I know it's
fear,
going to work
but
out?
so much excitement.
Wow.
And I'm in love with excitement, man. Like I'll go through anything if there's excitement.
Okay.
I don't care how dangerous it is.
So would you say thrill? So you kind of like it's the
Yes.
chase for the unknown, and it's like the
Yes.
anticipation of it is what drives you for that.
Yes, but it's so scary, man. You know you do wrong. You know the passport you're handing on your hands is fake. And that the immigration officer is trying to stop you, trying to question you. And then, like, you've been over, you know, and you go through.
Wow. So did you get through, explain how you got to the UK. So you landed in the UK. Did you
I
get
can't
through
really tell you.
You can't?
No.
Okay, we won't go there.
But like, I went through different countries,
Okay.
through airport,
Okay.
with fake passport.
Okay. That's fine. We won't dig deep.
But I was only 18 though. Like, can you
Yeah.
imagine how scared I was?
Of course.
I was very scared.
Well, your life's not on the line, but it's a change in your life, and you know you get sent back to where you don't want to be.
Yes, it was very risky. I could be dead. I could go to jail.
Well,
Anything could happen to me. But again, I just can't tell you. Like, I knew everything will be okay.
Yeah. Were there moments of doubt? Moments where like this is so much. Like, what am I doing?
No. Like, whatever I do is right.
No. Every situation was like, okay, this is an experience.
Yes.
Because I'm going to the next one.
Yes.
Oh.
I knew every step I take is right towards better life.
Wow. And that's such a driver. Every step forward is positive, no matter what happens.
Exactly. As as long as it's a step forward, what's wrong with it?
Exactly.
It can only be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if it's a failure, but it's a step forward.
Mm.
It's not backward.
Mm.
Just the reality, just think about it. We're going forward. That means we're evolving,
Mm.
we're learning, we're experiencing.
Mm.
And that's why we are here.
Mm.
Because I still don't know maybe why we're here, to be honest,
What alive?
Yeah. Look, before when I was talking about stuff, don't get me wrong, I don't say, oh, I'm mature, but I was always mature for my age. But when I was talking about some stuff and my opinion, I was really strong about them. Like, no, like this, that, like that's right. Even though I was the guy, nothing is right, 100% right. But now when I learn more, when I read more articles, when I listen to new podcasts, when I listen to new ideas and opinion, I can talk really, I can really say things 100% is right, or like even I even question myself.
Mm.
I got doubt on what I say.
More now than you did before.
Yes, before I didn't, but now I have.
What do you think that is?
Maybe me getting more mature. Like,
Okay.
Okay.
Do you think it was you had such a tunnel vision for that feeling to go forward that you just didn't accept anything else?
Exactly.
Wow. Okay. And now,
Now my world is bigger.
Now your world is bigger. You've also got more to lose.
Absolutely. I got more to lose. I don't want to lose them. But there is something I tell you, we go back in now, basic. I know I'm going to be what I want to be. So.
Where is that?
To the top.
The top of the boxing world.
That's for sure.
Part one.
And like, whatever I want, I want to be a good influence. I want to be big. So I can influence more people to contribute more to my community, because a lot of people looking up to me. I gotta be champ for my people. I fed my family,
Going back to your relationship with your friends and when you're younger, because you had this different mindset,
right?
Did you have moments of loneliness? Was like they always say people who
A lot of times.
Yeah.
A lot of times. I remember many nights I was crying till like in the morning.
Wow. Over what?
Everything. A lot of my nights I was crying for happiness. But I don't know. I felt like I'm on psychedelic drug.
Oh, really? Psychedelics? Wow.
Yes.
What, in the sense that you were experiencing so much emotion that
yes, like I would feel like something really leaving my body.
Wow.
Like I remember what age I was, like maybe like 13, 12, 14. For like 2-3 years, I really felt like every couple of nights, every week, I felt like I'm on psychedelic, because I took mushroom a couple of years ago and it was the same feeling. But back in the day, I was feeling it because of loneliness.
What was the loneliness you were experiencing?
Like, why am I here? Like, I was just asking so many questions from God.
Okay.
Why that happened to me?
Did you get answers?
Oh, I mean, like, no one ever answered me. Just
maybe Did you get answers for yourself, though?
Yes. Yes. Those answers made me the person I am today. I answered myself. I said, maybe you're here for better life, something bigger, to influence, to change somebody's life. Because like, when I go to my community and to my friends, I see like as soon as they see me, like I lift up the energy. Like maybe that's why I'm here, just to make some friend of mine or my people more proud, or bring a smile on their face. And obviously, when I'm bigger, I can contribute more.
Do you experience that loneliness still now, or do you feel like you're less lonely now?
Less,
Yeah.
very less,
Is that why? Why is that?
because I feel more powerful.
Okay.
So
And are you surrounded by more like-minded people, maybe? Or?
yes,
Yeah.
like I feel like I'm not that lonely, because like I got someone exactly like you that I can share a very good conversation and thoughts, ideas, and they can connect with my emotion. So I feel very less lonely than when I was teenager back home.
Wow.
Because the only person who would understand me was my coach, Amir. Yes.
How are you feeling talking about it?
Actually, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look. It's very contemplating kind of everything you're saying. You're kind of it's. I don't know. It's really interesting just watching you talk about it, because I feel I can see like waves of emotion as you go back to it, and not like sadness, but you're going deep into the thought and really connecting with what it was like for that. And it's fascinating, because it's such an interesting childhood and lifestyle. And as you say, to pinpoint the loneliness, but also the influence certain people have on you, and be able to, be grateful for it and shine a light on it, but also know that this was down to you as well. Is so.
If you ask me, would I go back again? I would.
Would you?
It was extremely tough and dark, and it was a hell. It was a hell. But to build who I am today was just so joyful.
And you needed it.
Yes. To build this person,
Wow. What are the three things you would say built you, I guess, from that experience? The things if you can pinpoint, or if it's one or something.
First, hope that I've never lost. Second, I never gave up. Third, my burning desire.
Mm. So you never giving up. The dream's always possible. And it burnt the fire more for you to go and chase it.
Yes, enough is not enough.
Yeah. Wow. Wow, so interesting. Okay, so you've come to the UK. You're in the UK. Going into boxing.
Yeah.
When you went into that, did you know that was going to be part of the rest of your life, or?
I knew.
Straight away?
Yes.
How did you know?
Because I've been a fighter and an athlete, professional athlete, since early age.
So what was it about that at an early age which you just connected with?
Obviously, school wasn't a good place. I never liked to go to school. I never had fun going to school. School was only a struggle for me. What else? I've never worked when I was kid. So I was going to gym, and so that's I'm a sport. I'm into a sport, I'm an athlete.
Did you think that from the start? Like when you first went, did you go, "Oh, I'm an athlete. Like I'm going to be an athlete"?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that because you were good, or just because you felt comfortable in that space?
Both. I was comfortable, and I was a very good athlete. I would always win in my tournaments, and be that guy, that kid,
What was it you were doing again? Sorry, was it kickboxing?
I was doing kickboxing and Thai boxing.
Thai boxing, okay.
And many other more sport, but that was I would compete in the other sport too, but not as the same level as kickboxing and Thai boxing. But when I came to the UK, I switched to boxing because I just did it because boxing was bigger. But then when I learned how to box, I got in love with the sweet science of boxing.
Mm. What was day one like going into a boxing gym in England? How was it different to what you knew in Iran? You've got
As
such a
soon as I
smile on your
went,
face
yes,
right now.
it was so cool, man. I knew I'm like good. I knew, like, I didn't know anything about boxing,
Mm.
but I knew I'm good.
How did the people receive you when you went in? How soon after you arrived did you go to a boxing
A
gym?
day after,
Day after, you
yes,
got to-
a day after I went, I found a boxing gym in Glasgow because I arrived in Glasgow.
Did you go to Scotland first?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
And then they asked me for money, which I didn't have. It was MTK Glasgow.
Yeah.
I didn't have money, so I couldn't train. I only looked. And then I found a friend. I found a guy who took me in there and I trained. And they were like, you can punch. You got the fire in you, but obviously you're not a boxer. Not skilled at all. But like, I had like this confidence that like, no, I'm an athlete, you know, like I know how to fight. I'm somebody, you know. But then I came to London after like a couple of weeks.
So why did he come? Why did he come to London?
Home Office sent me to London.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because they were keeping me in the hotel. Like, that's when you arrive in this country as an asylum seeker, wherever you arrive, they keep you in that place in a hotel for a month to a year.
What does that feel like? What's that experience like?
Everything's new, so it's like interesting, you know, exciting because it's new.
Do you feel belittled?
Many times.
Yeah.
Many times, yes.
How did that hit you personally? Was that something, one of those speed bumps? You're like, okay, it's part of it.
Yeah, I was like, this part of it, I just get over with it, you know.
Okay. So you went to London, different
I
boxing
came
gym.
to London, I went to another boxing gym. They told me I got killed in the toilet because I didn't have money. But I didn't know that I went in a professional boxing gym, not amateur gym. So I trained there for a couple of weeks, or maybe like 10 days, 2 weeks. And then one of the professional coaches told me this is not a good place for me and I have to go to an amateur club.
Why?
Because I had to go start my craft.
Okay. You had to learn properly first.
Yes, learn properly.
What were they making you do in that first week? Were you just doing box
They wouldn't
bag
teach
stuff?
me anything, bro. Like,
why?
In amateur club in this country, like, I didn't learn it. No one came, honestly, taught me this skill. Like, very little. I was just looking at others and doing it myself.
Wow.
The system of boxing is a bit different here, you know.
Can you expand on that without being told off?
So when you go to a gym in my country, at least to my gym,
Yeah.
my coach Amir was like, they take you in front of the mirror, they teach you the fundamental, right? Here is the same. I wasn't in that situation. I went to a gym, amateur boxing club called West Ham Boxing Club. It was so many kids that they were competing and they were in a beginner. So I got into a competitive situation. So they couldn't take me through fundamental, good footwork, good head movement. They were just telling me, move your head. But how am I supposed to move my head?
How and why?
How, why, what is footwork? They wouldn't break it down for me. And I found this coach and who was working there. He felt, that's what he told me, that they were racist to him. So he wasn't really enjoying there. And because I wasn't white, he gave me a lot of attention.
Was it a predominantly white boxing gym then?
Yes.
Wow.
And he break things down for me. He taught me a lot about fundamental. But then I learned my fundamental from my professional career and through my professional coach, not in amateur club. My amateur background is very like short. I had only 10 amateur fights. I won 2 big tournaments, which is really impressive. I beat a lot of elite amateur just with me being a fighter, not because of my skills. They were skillful amateur fighter, but I beat them in Haringey Box Cup, which is a big tournament. Over like 1,000 fighters come.
So what was it?
Take part.
What was it that started changing people's mindsets towards you and said, actually, we need to teach him the basic
I
skills?
won't. Like when I went to first Haringey Box Cup in 2017, we were 10 kids. I was the only one had the least experience. They all lost except me.
Wow.
I got the gold medal for them. The manager of the club, he said, "You're not gonna win." When I won the first day, which was my toughest, the guy I beat on my first day on that tournament was the toughest guy I ever fought so far in amateur and pro.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And he's a pro guy. He's 8 or 9-0. We're in the same division and we're going to fight one day again. And I want to kick his ass, definitely. We fought twice. First time I beat him, second time he beat me. But I got cut. I got cut in my eyebrow, got 8 stitches, and doctor pulled me out on beginning of round 3. So that's unfinished business between me and him. But when I beat him the first day, I went to the second day. They said, "You're not going to go through second day." I won the second day. When I went to final, they said, "You're going to win," and I won.
How do you respond to people saying you're not going to achieve it when you've been told by a lot of people, think big? You know, you've had those people there who are supporting, like your coach in Iran, who supported you in.
Yeah.
How did you respond to
A
that?
lot of people supported me except that club.
Really? And
Yes.
they represented you.
Yes.
You know, you were fighting for them, and they
Yes.
said,
Yeah, they told me I'm a loser.
"Why?
But they didn't like me.
You're different."
Yes.
Wow.
But then I left it. I left the club. I went to another club. That the coach I was telling you that he was in West Ham club. He said, "I'm going to leave. I want to go to another boxing club. And if you're down, you can come with me." And I went with him.
Wow.
And it was a very good place.
Was he one of your first role models in the UK?
Not a role model, but he really spent time on me and tried to teach me. Yes.
Who was your first kind of person in the UK who, maybe not a role model, but was a coach and, you know, apart from this guy? Or is there anyone else who came into your life later?
My current coach.
Your current coach now?
Yeah,
What's he called?
he's a big man to me. Kieran Duffy.
How long ago did you meet him?
I met him 2019 when I turned professional.
And what was it that, did it feel right? What was it he saw in you?
Like, as soon as I met this guy, I was like, he's my guy.
Wow, okay.
He saw me, he said, "You're a diamond.
Okay.
And I'm going to polish you. You need to be polished." And he made me the boxer I am today.
How does it feel when someone says that?
Feels like this guy know my value and he's the one I can trust. Because listen, when the ring bell, everybody's out of the rope. You the only man. It's a lonely, boxing is a very lonely world. In that ring, you're alone by yourself. Everybody stays behind the rope. You in the ring. So in your corner, you want the guy to feel you, to be with you in there, in your heart, in your head, to have faith in you. You know? So he had faith in me. And he spent so much time to teach me and to make me the boxer I am today. He was the master of fundamental. And I'm a master in fundamental in actual life, not inside the ring. So that's why I had so much trust in him.
When you're a boxer, so you're obviously the one in the ring, are you wanting your coaches and stuff to shout to you while you're boxing, or this level of trust? Do you feel there's more
No,
trust when they stay quiet?
No, my coach knows. Like he never shout on me. Like he knows that I'm here to work.
Yeah.
I'm here to learn.
But in a fight situation,
In the fight situation, like sometimes when I don't do good or when I do less, he's like, "Come on, like it's the time. It's the time now. Go for work. Go through hell." I'm like, "Okay, boss." I call him boss. Yes, boss.
Okay, boss.
Yes,
Are you a long-term or short-term thinker?
both.
How?
We need to make some. We need to adapt in life. You know, you have to be adaptable. Sometimes you need to think about next week, but obviously there is next year, next 5 years too. Through my life experience, I do both short term and long term. Short term because I'm a life survivor. Tomorrow and next year is not guaranteed. And then me being mature or trying to be wise as much as possible, because nobody's perfect. Try to think long term at the same time.
So it was really interesting because I'm very long-term thinking. And what you just said there, that nothing's guaranteed. Long-term thinking is pointless if nothing's guaranteed.
Yes.
That's so interesting. It's such a good point. Such a good point. But I mean, you've got a long-term goal. You've got a long-term kind of, you've not got like an endpoint, but you've got a direction you want to go into.
Absolutely.
So, okay. How does that then short-term mindset though? Does it detract from anything or?
No, I just try to make the right choices in my life.
Okay.
If there is an impact of short term or long term, but remember, when you make the right choices in your life, even short term, there are steps towards your bigger and long term decisions. So we come back to making right choices in life.
How do you know what right choices are?
Well, one thing that I can say, one thing and only thing I can say, truly I master my intuition. Like my gut feeling is always bang on right.
How long have you known that?
Since ever.
Since ever.
Yes.
Can you think of a time where you followed that intuition in one of the first things, and it kind of rewarded you, I guess?
Not really. But always like, when I was with my friends when I was kid, I was that kid. And bear in mind, I was always the youngest. Like the difference age.
Oh, really?
Like it was at least 6-7 years.
What, younger?
Like, yeah, when I was 10 years old, all my friends were like 20 years old.
How did you get into that circle then?
Like it was always like this for some reason. I've never had a friend like my age.
Wow. Wow.
Like only maybe 1, 2, rarely.
How did you fit into that dynamic?
I don't know.
That's really interesting. And did they kind of treat you as a younger brother, or did they always think
No,
this guy's equal?
I'm actually the big brother.
What? You're 6 years younger?
Yeah, I'm the big brother.
Wow.
And they were like boys with big character.
Yeah. Was it because you were so true to who you were?
Because my intuition was always right. Okay. Whatever I would say would come right at the end. So they had faith in me. So they would say like, we'll go to his side because he never get caught. Because he always survived. Because he always run away.
Wow.
So they were always behind me.
Can you explain how your intuition works for you and how you know you're listening to your intuition and not your mind? And because a lot of people I find are not even aware of their intuition, or they don't use it in the way which it could be there to use. They can't connect to it, let's say. So what is it you feel when you say that, and what do you actually mean by that?
It's just a feeling. Don't get me wrong, like, I made mistake too, As I said, nobody's perfect. But if you want to compare my success, listening to my gut feeling was higher rate than my failure. And I made wrong choices in my life too. But about that question, it's just like maybe it's my auntie
Okay.
from the sky
Guiding you.
guiding me. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe
It's like a magnetic pull.
yes. I don't
That's how I
know.
describe it.
I don't know how am I like this. Like I just know like
How do you know when you're connected to it though?
on a daily basis, like I feel like every day I wake up
And you can
feeling
connect to it.
yes, connect to it.
Okay. Practice basically.
Yes. Like I had to be really smart to survive.
Okay.
Maybe like practice makes master from early age.
Do you have any kind of examples of situations when you're younger where your intuition actually saved you?
Yes, like always in the group, I had to survive. In the school, I had to survive.
From what?
I was a small guy, you know.
Okay.
Like I was physically
Easily to be picked on.
Yeah, but never would do that to me, you know, because I was like they knew I'm like savage, even if I'm small. Maybe I didn't have that face, you know. Some kids they got that angry face. No, I was just looking very normal. I was actually a pretty kid, you know. But like
Even if you say so yourself.
Yes.
That was a good looking kid.
But come on, baby, the energy,
I love
the
that.
energy never lies.
Yeah, exactly.
It was the energy.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't remember like exactly one of my first experiences, but like I remember in general, like there was a voice in my heart, and I would listen to that, and it would make things better.
Wow.
Yes.
I can really connect with that.
A lot of people they got very good intuition and they listen to their heart, and it works. So a lot of people can relate with me because it's like you gotta just listen to you have to analyze your situation, what you went through, who you are, how strong you are. Because remember, at the end of the day, we don't lie to ourselves. You don't lie to yourself. Maybe some they do, but I don't lie to myself. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I'm not capable of. I know what I can do, what I can't do, what I can deliver, what I can't deliver.
What does that all mean? I know what I'm capable of. You know what you can grow into being, or you know what you're capable of right now? Like
both. Like, I know I'm capable of to grow very big, and I know like right now I'm strong too.
What's your biggest weaknesses right now? And not technically boxing, but as a person.
I've never thought about what's my biggest weakness.
Wow. Okay.
Now you challenge me.
Do you want to answer that question?
I want to, but I don't know what is it. I need more time. I need to go figure it out.
What's your biggest strength? Maybe that will lead to the answer of what your biggest weakness is.
It's two things. Hope.
Back to hope again.
And I never give up.
Okay. That's really interesting. See, if you asked me what my biggest weaknesses was, I probably could pin them down. And last episode with Shalom, he talked about how his mum always says that what she doesn't like about the West is that negativity drives, and in the East it's far less like that. Even in Africa, people always feel they're one step away from achieving their dreams, whereas in the West it's like, oh, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that, I can't achieve this, I can't achieve.
So negative.
That's so interesting though, because also you honestly, you're blank face when I asked you that question. So
yes, like
so how do you feel about that negativity in terms of Western culture? What do you think?
It is really negative. It is really negative.
Why do you want to be here then?
I don't want to be here.
Okay.
I want to leave.
Yeah.
I'm just
You just got to be here.
at the moment, yeah.
Can you explain it to, because people listening who might be from this area,
Yes.
that when you're in it, you don't see it. So what is it which is so negative about the West or culture, maybe, which you think is
So privileged and they complain.
okay?
Like, they just, I don't understand them. Like,
They've got so much, and yet they want so much more.
yes, they have so much and they like complain about we don't have that, or like they don't want to go through difficulty to have more, and they complain. And a lot of people in here, I mean in Western countries, they want to see you do good, but they want to see you do better than them.
Because it's the competition.
Yes.
Whereas it's different elsewhere, everybody wants you to do the best you can be.
This is everywhere,
Okay,
but
okay. More here.
but it's so intense in here
Mm.
that you feel it, you know?
It's like going and doing a podcast like this, for example, or going and having interviews. People want to get the best answers from you because they want their conversation with
Yes,
you to be the best.
Exactly. Like I'm here today, maybe tomorrow I'm the Fed, right?
Mm.
Fed
Mm.
episode. One day you're gonna have 300. Maybe a lot of people the answer is better than me,
Mm.
but like I'm just me. So like I'm not in competition with anybody. That's rule number one. That's what I taught myself when I was a kid. I said to myself, I make a promise to myself. I don't compare myself to anybody because I never been in their shoe. I never went through that path. I'm not in their heart. I'm not in their head. It's just me, you know. I'm as an individual, like I got my whole world that I go through for some certain situation to happen to me, to be in there, to overcome, to fail. So like, you think it doesn't bother me to be 25 years old and not be the champion? And I know there are some 25 years old that already achieved it all. It bothers me, but like they didn't go through what I went through. I'll be champion maybe when I'm 30, when I'm 28, when I'm maybe next year. But I always wanted to be the young champion. I want to be like Mike Tyson. I want to be 21 years old to be world champion. So what? I'm just not.
You're still fighting for the dream.
Yes.
Wow. A question I'm going to ask everybody is, what are the key lessons you'd want to teach your kids if you want to have kids? And I think with you, a lot of what you said, the disciplines and the kind of mindset, and even you're only in competition with yourself, is such an interesting kind of point, because so many people, when you go to school, you're in competition within people in your class for exams. You're graded in your year group. At university, only a small percentage of people get the top grades. Jobs, you're in competition with other people to be the best person in this cohort, everything like that. So when you have kids, or if you have kids, is that something you'd look to teach them? Or?
As I said first, I try to be the change. So they can just look up to me and see I see things like the way they should be. Like I don't want to give my kids so much talk, and myself never did none of them. And I just want my kids have a good life and good experience in their life, and that just come back to, if you're always hopeful, even in your darkest time, you get hurt less, so you can cope with it better. You can win against the situation easier. So I try to teach them to never lose their hope and never give up, for sure. And I'm still young, I'm learning a lot. And as I said now, a lot of things is not, I don't see them like how I used to see them before. I question things a lot more than before. So by then, when I have kids, maybe I'm a different man. Maybe my answer will be different from today. You know, that's what I learned. My answer maybe might be different tomorrow. And that's so exciting to me. But I just want them to be good impact. First and foremost, be who you want to be, and nothing else fucking matters. Tell my kid, rule number one, your first purpose in your life, be who you want to be. And it doesn't matter if anybody likes you or doesn't like you. Like, I truly don't really care what people think of me. If you don't like me, it's not my problem. When I die, you don't remember me, and I don't remember you. Why do I have to really think about your opinion?
Superpower that. Being who you want to be kind of takes away all pressure.
Yes.
Is that experience? It's like
This is a beautiful journey that we're in. We just gotta enjoy it. That's the whole purpose.
to experience.
Yes, there is so much more to it. I don't know why we're here. I really don't know why we're here. But as much as I understand, if I'm here, I just want to enjoy my ride. You know?
Why do you think you're here in terms of what I know you said you don't know why we're here in terms of general, but what do you think are the lessons which you maybe have been given to learn or taught to experience, or
What do you mean exactly?
like you said I don't know why we're here, but do you think you've got lessons in your life which you as a person or a soul was maybe brought down to try and understand and learn, or
Perhaps. I believe so.
what do you reckon they are? Just struggle and keep fighting, don't give up, or
There is more into it. That's just a little part.
okay.
That's just a little part. I believe, may this life give me the right answer in future. I don't know, you know. But there is more to it. More I experience and more I think about it, maybe I know why. But that's not the only thing.
Okay. What has boxing taught you about life?
Boxing is something parallel with my life story. Everything with it is just exact same. I relate with boxing like so much. You know,
How?
boxing is the actual life from my eyes. It's just inside the ring.
Okay.
You know, how to read people. How when you can punch no more, bro, one more punch. How not to give up. How to be smart. How to predict. How to prevent. How to come with a strategy, make the right choices, the short term and the long term. How to build a strategy.
What's a long-term strategy in boxing?
To knock that motherfucker out.
I would say it's a short term, though. Do you have like a fight where you go in and you go, this is the kind of way, like, do you try and impose your style of fighting on the other boxer, or do you try and react to how they want to fight?
Both, you gotta adopt.
Okay.
You don't go into the game plan. You stick to your game plan. But at the same time,
It's got to be flexible.
You gotta adopt. From my eye, the best person in boxing, the best fighter, is not the one who got the faster hand or better head movement or better footwork or strongest. Is the one can adopt. And from my life, successful man in life is the one can adopt too. You know?
I'm just going to also say it's adapt.
Adopt. What did I
adapt.
say? Adapt.
Adopt means
Yes, when you adopt someone, yeah. Adapt. I make a laugh. Pronunciation.
No, that guy's fine. Just in case anyone was misunderstood what you
Yes.
meant.
Yes, they get used to it.
They all know.
Last night, my boy said to me, actually, I told him, like, there was a fight you want to go watch, but it's a bit distant. He said, where? I said, Birmingham. He said, where? I said, Birmingham. I said, where is Birmingham? I said, Birmingham. I don't know, whatever, how you pronounce it. Birmingham. Yes. Birmingham.
Oh, that's too funny. Okay, so what other lessons then from boxing? So you're taught discipline, how to react, how to be,
Yes.
What have you been taught in your toughest moment in boxing?
this is temporary.
Okay. Wow, really?
Yes,
Temp-
it won't last. It won't last. But strong people, they last forever.
Wow.
Like when I'm very tired because my coach pushed me so much, or when I'm sparring, I got nothing more to do. Do you know actually my work rate is higher when I'm tired?
Wow. Why?
It's mentally like this. I don't know. Like when it's my last round, I'm like, I'm
Go
not
for it.
tired. I'm not tired, man. Like it's only in my head.
Wow.
And you know, when I feel my heart is about to get out of my chest, I'm like, it's not like this forever. Do you know, like,
Mm. So do you talk to yourself a lot then through all your
yeah,
training?
a lot.
What kind of other things are you saying then, other than, because for example, I do this a little bit when I run.
Yes.
I'll run and I get tired. And I'm like, this is easy. This is easy. This is so easy. This is easy. And
I'm the champion.
when I do that, I run so much better.
Yes, similar to you.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm under pressure, I'm like, I'm the fucking champ. I'm the champ.
What does that mean to you?
I'm the best from any aspect.
I can't be beaten.
No.
So what happens when you're getting hit? When you've been hit in the face and stuff like that?
Everybody got a plan till they get punched in the face.
Mr. Mike Tyson.
Yes.
What happens though when you get hit in the face? How do you?
I try to adapt
Okay,
to not get hit.
sure. What does your mind say though when you feel like they've got through your defense?
I get a bit frustrated,
Okay.
but then I try to show them I can catch you whenever I want,
Okay.
and I won't make the same mistake again. One thing I hate if I do, to make a mistake twice. This is something that bothers me the most in life. You don't make the same mistake twice.
Is that something that's only started bothering you because of boxing, or
No,
have you
since a kid.
really?
Since a kid.
Well, how did you learn that?
I always knew this, but I didn't know it. And then Amir told me, a wise man make a mistake only once. You're dumb if you make a mistake twice. And I don't like to be dumb. That's the only thing offend me. I don't. If
Is
I
that how you
lose
perceive it then? So you make the same mistake twice, you're dumb, you're an idiot.
from my eyes, yes.
Okay.
From maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But you can make a mistake twice. You know,
Mm.
you gotta learn. Otherwise, what's the point? That means you didn't learn. You wasted your energy, your time, and you didn't learn.
Mm.
And that's not what I
Mm.
want in my life.
Mm.
But don't get me wrong. You might try something and you fail.
Mhm.
That's not a mistake. You
It's
know,
experience.
that's experience. It's like you trying so many way that they're not right.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
that's trying. That's grinding. That's experiencing. But like, if I know it's a mistake when I got a fight coming up, go get drunk, and I go lose my fight, I like, no, like that's a dumbass move.
Mm. Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
if I know like you don't like something and you're my very dear friend,
You won't push me to do it.
yes, why do I have to make you do that?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's, don't make a mistake.
You are who you are. Exactly.
Yes, like learn from your lesson
Well.
and use other people's experience
Mm.
not to be experienced for others.
Mm. Interesting.
Save energy and time.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting. Okay, I want to go left field. And it's not on my question list, but I want to talk about love.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about the love they have for your aunties, your mum, your dad, maybe still. What does it mean to you?
Everything and nothing. Love is this magnetic, huge energy in this whole world, not on earth. Love made me survive. The book made me survive from my ghetto was Secret, and For Effect by Florence Scovel Shin. These two books And the whole purpose of these two books is love, you know. But emotionally, if I'm not attached to my mom, it's because my life experience, because I lost my family. So will you here today? I love you. If you're not here tomorrow, I just leave.
You
know?
love in the moment.
Yes.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like I love my mom, but
Mm.
my mom is not there tomorrow. Like I cope with it easy because I lost my family
Mm.
a couple of times.
Mm.
My grandpa, my father, my auntie. So I learned how to cope with
You've
it.
got coping mechanisms.
Yes.
Mm.
But love is everything, man. Like
How does love
without
take you
love, you're
forward?
nothing.
How does love take you forward?
It's because of the love I go through so much pain every day when I go to gym. Because of like the love I have for my friends, for my family, for my community. They come, they give me love, they come support me, they come cheer me, they come put a smile on my face. So it's only because of love I can go through that much pain.
What would you say to someone, an asylum seeker, or someone, let's say in Iran, who's got the big dreams, who wants to break out of the environmental society they're in now? What would your advice be to them?
Consistency is the key. Like I've never stopped. I've never missed a plane on the sky when I was in
What do you
Iran.
mean? What does that mean?
Every single plane I would see in the sky, I would say one day I would be in one of them and I'd leave this place. That was hope, consistency. Like I was like, I'll go.
Reinforcing the dream.
Yes. Just follow your dream.
Okay.
Listen to your gut feeling, make the right choices in life. You need a little bit of luck. But luck comes if your magnetic love is getting bigger, your lucks getting bigger.
Mm.
Your energy gets bigger, your luck get bigger. You become a lucky man. So I'm very lucky. Like I woke up on my 21st birthday. I was about to get a heart attack from happiness. Promise you. So I went a tattoo blessed on my body. So I'm so blessed.
Yeah.
Is
that the one on your left arm?
Yes.
Okay.
And respect and with this hand. What do you call that?
Prayer? I don't know.
Prayer hand. Yes. Prayer hand underneath with a bless and sun and palm tree.
His hands together in a prayer.
And beach. You see, like blessed.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah, just follow whatever is in
Follow your dream and be consistent to what that dream is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know a lot of things in life is just so simple. We make it complicated. Just very simple.
And make it complicated in our minds, or
Yeah. Or they force us. They put it in our head to make environment, people, society, school, news. But a lot of things in life simple.
make a move. There's a reaction.
Yeah. Believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself. Yeah.
Hope for the best.
Yeah.
Don't even prepare for the worst. Just hope for the best.
Do you think people do that? Prepare for the worst?
I'm sure.
Really?
I do too.
Do you?
Yes, but
in what cases?
Like, what if I'm not a champion?
So you so you don't. So we talked earlier about you don't have any negativity towards yourself, but you do think about what if it doesn't.
Anything
work
is
out.
possible.
Okay.
This is a very unpredictable world.
Mm-hmm.
I might get injury and be out.
Mm.
So
it's from an external. It's from an external reason other than yourself why it might not work.
Yeah, I don't cheat on my grind. I work. I don't give up.
Mm.
So I'm going to be a champion. But like, what if something happened that is out of my control?
Mm. Mm.
So I don't want to just be down emotionally, or I never became a champion.
What do you say to people who do dwell on those kind of thoughts? Like, there's such a level, and it's almost such a bad level of mental health in that sense, where people are so swallowed up by the negativity and by what's going wrong in their life. What do you say to people like that who, you know, are engrossed in it and getting and kind of captured in it all?
It's, that tumor in your thoughts gets bigger when you think more negative. Just kill that tumor in your head. Because when the negative magnetic ball in your thoughts gets bigger and bigger and bigger, that's when you're in big trouble, which I've been through that many times in my life. So I try to find things to reward myself with small success, with small things make me happy. Like generally, coffee makes me happy, right?
So the small wins.
Small wins. So this ball of negativity goes smaller and smaller and smaller, and positivity gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's when you keep rolling. You can make better choices. Like I wake up sometimes, I wake up anxious, nervous, stress, overthinking.
From what?
From life, so many stuff in my head. First thing I do when I make my double espresso, when I smell that coffee, I feel like it just reminds me of beautiful days. Maybe someone is about reading something. Maybe for someone is going for a walk. Maybe for someone is listening to their favorite music. Just find something during your day that makes you feel better. Listen, if you like, on the scale of 50-50, if you just can be 51% positive, 49%, you're in a right path.
You're winning.
You're winning, and slowly build that up.
Do you classify everything you do as playing? Like, do you take it seriously, like this is a career, or is it like, no, this is...
Most of the time, yes. Sometimes no, and that's when I struggle.
Okay. So it's when you take it seriously is when you struggle.
Yes. At the end of the day, listen, I'm not Superman, superhero.
Yeah.
I make mistake too. I got emotion too. Sometimes my negativity, maybe I feel it more. I never say like it takes over me before, because as soon as I start getting nervous or think negative, I try to kill it as soon as possible. I'll go to the bath, or I'll go trying to be alone. I'll go somewhere that I can think. I try to kill it before it grows. So
is that your method of staying motivated all the time as well? Killing things before they get too big?
Yes. Because if you allow it, it's like cancer. You just take over your whole system.
And when you get into, if you get into a bad space, is it the isolation and the time to think about everything, being on your own? Is that what allows you to get out of it, or is it kind of trying to forget about it? What's your kind of steps? Because you said, I like to go to a place, sit in the bath, whatever, and think.
Yes.
But is it just that, or is it surrounding yourself with friends or doing a different activity? Like, what's the most powerful?
For me, mainly like be alone.
Okay. Isolation.
Isolation.
Yeah.
Everybody work differently, for me, that isolation. Because I need to sort it out with myself first, and then I can go out and maybe allow others to have good impact on me. But first I need to, I'm the only person I got battle against.
How do you know that what you're saying to yourself is the right things to say?
My gut feeling is right.
Intuition again.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think we're going to end there.
Cool.
I think we've covered really interesting conversations. And I think that if I push further on, I feel like we'll keep on rambling. And I want to end there because I think you've said some really impactful stuff for people.
Yes.
And some simple life lessons. So, Ali, I want to thank you for the time.
Thank you for having me. And I hope even a little bit, a tiny bit on somebody who listens, we can make a better impact.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Even one person, and even though if it's little, which I hope is a bigger scale and big number, but even if it's one or little, that's good.
Exactly. Thank you, brother.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Valley of Outlaws podcast. If you did enjoy it, please share, like and subscribe, and please tell all your friends about it. We're very excited for where this is going to go. We've got people to speak to and stories to tell. Thank you.